We're talking about the intimate kiss, which it can be a very intimate thing between a husband and a wife. We would just ask, do you kiss anymore, husband and wife? You know, do you take time?
There's a challenge
to kiss?
for your day.
Is that part of your normal relationship that you take time to kiss? And if you do, is it just kind of routine, boring, just a peck on the cheek? Is it still passionate? And even, can I use the word like erotic? I mean, is that kiss something that does kind of stir something within you?
Yeah.
That's the question. Hopefully it is.
Your home, it matters. You're there to make a difference.
Well, we are back. Home Matters Podcast.
Yep. We are here and glad you're joining us today.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah.
This is
we don't take your
podcast
time for granted.
number 195. So,
wow.
Again, we're glad to
we got to do something big here.
have you join us. Yep. And,
podcast 200 on the way. Wait, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, we should have done this about a month ago.
Why you say?
Because it'd been close to Valentine's.
Oh, we probably did something on love or intimacy or something for Valentine's. Do you remember? Valentine's Day was on a Saturday, though. It wasn't like on our normal podcast day, but we probably did something. This is great, though. Do you remember that little song? Did you ever sing this song when you were little? Kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage. Here comes Eric with a baby carriage.
Kissing.
Yeah, that's right. Wait. Eric and Gina sitting in a tree.
Kissing.
Yes, that's what.
First comes love, second comes marriage. Here comes Eric with a baby carriage. What's that supposed to mean?
That means you've been deep kissing.
Gosh. You start off with that?
No, I mean, there's more than kissing. You coming on, unless you borrowed a baby carriage.
Let me ask you this. Who taught 6-year-olds that? That's what I want to know.
Idea.
What kind of sicko is out there teaching kids that kissing turns into babies?
Well,
that's what I want to know.
I don't know, but I will say this. He is not stretching it with 6-year-olds, because I was working overtime on my grandparent duty the other couple weeks ago. Yeah. And had like all my grandkids at one time that I was picking up from elementary school. Okay. So like
3,
6,
4.
7. No, I'm talking about their ages.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they got in the car, hair sticking out, sorry. They got in the car singing this. Like they were using each other's names.
See there, that's what I'm talking about.
I know. I was like, what are
So they
y'all
were aggravating
singing?
each other with this song?
Yes, like one of them was saying, you know, they're putting other kids' names
sickos.
in there.
There's sickos out there in this world teaching my grandkids something like that. So
I know they got in the car singing that. And so I was like, whoa, we had to have a little Gigi had to have a little conversation with them about their little song, you know.
That a girl.
Yeah.
All right, so like, where are we going with this? What are we talking about?
We're talking about kissing.
Right?
Yeah, we're talking about
that's the subject.
Yeah, kissing.
Today? Mm-hmm. Good subject.
You like that subject?
I think so.
We're just talking, I mean, is it even important?
Sure,
like
it is.
In marriage, you think so?
I think so.
You like to kiss me?
I do. I like to kiss
just
you.
Checking.
Yeah. You like to kiss me?
I do.
Well, again,
I still do.
Again, this is about what it means to relationship. No, I'm sure I'm not. But
okay,
you know, we find, you know, even we find that kind of expression throughout the scripture. Really about kisses.
Kissing's in the Bible?
It is. And again, and it's not that we just greet each other with a holy kiss, but you know, that you know, even the Lord you know, the relationship of the husband and wife, the kisses of a husband and wife, if you read Song of Solomon, that's related to the love and the passion of relationship that we have with the Lord, the church has with the Lord. So again, I think it is very
It's
important.
an intimate thing.
Right.
And especially in our culture now, you know, you laughing about the scripture saying with a holy kiss. In some cultures, you know, men greet each other with a kiss on the cheek, or you know what, that's not exactly our
I'm glad we
down
don't do
here
that.
in the low south of the United States of America.
Kissing on a hairy man's face.
I don't want you kissing on a man's face either, and especially not another woman's
but
face.
Let's qualify now. In that context,
yes,
they mean nothing except their friendship.
Yeah.
And again, that kind of.
But I'm just not talking about a friendship kiss that, you know, may take place in another country. We're talking about the intimate kiss, which it can be a very intimate thing between a husband and a wife. And, you know, we would just ask do you kiss anymore, husband and wife? You know, do you take time?
There's a challenge for your day.
Yeah, because, you know, in talking with couples and dealing with couples a lot, I feel like there's so many couples out there that, you know, maybe they kissed before they got married, or when the preacher or whoever pronounced them husband and wife, you know, they do the big kiss and lay her back and all that stuff so they can get the right pic for our social media. But I'm just saying, is that part of your normal relationship that you take time to kiss? And if you do, is it just kind of routine, boring, just a peck on the cheek? Is it just, you know, or is it still passionate? And even, can I use the word like erotic? I mean, is that kiss something that does kind of stir something within you? Yeah. That's the question. Hopefully it is. That's what we're talking about. Hopefully it is. I want to read this quote. Picked it up from Focus on the Family. It came from a book by Dr. David Clark, though, and the book is Kiss Me Like You Mean It. And here's a quote. He said, passionate kissing fades in 100% of marriages. Wow. Listen, supporting this statistic, a recent British Heart Foundation survey found that 1 in 5 married couples go up to 1 week without kissing.
I can believe that. Mm-hmm.
And for 40% of the survey respondents, that few and far between kisses last no longer than 5 seconds. All right. So you've got all these couples out there that, you know, maybe they go a week or more without kissing. And then when they do, there's nothing prolonged or passionate about it. Maybe it is just that greeting kiss or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a peck.
A peck on the cheek.
Yeah,
right?
And what we're trying to get to is this: in marriage, that unique relationship, especially in marriage, the fact is God has created this relationship for the intimate expression, for the loving, passionate, sexual relationship. The only place He created for that. So again, if that is not being nurtured, if that romantic, that intimate relationship is not being nurtured through a kiss, maybe we're not reaching the place that we should. And I do know that we've dealt with couples and families enough. We know that couples deal with couples that don't kiss anymore. You know, that it is easy. We know from our own experience, it's easy for us to not stop and actually embrace and kiss one another. It is easy just to keep moving, just a little peck. And what we're saying is there is a place that you find that you stop, that your energies and your passions, your pursuits are there for your husband or for your wife. And that's something that should not be missing.
Yeah, and we just run through our day. I know this week, one day, I left the office at the church and I got on the way home and I thought, did I tell Eric bye? I mean, I think I told him bye, but I'm not sure. I texted him real quick. It's like, I think I told you bye, but I didn't kiss you. A lot of times when I leave him, I'll just kiss him on the head, right? If I'm going out of the office or whatever. But I was like, I don't know if I kissed you on the head or not. And that was really even before I'd put anything down about kissing, but just realizing the importance of that intimate exchange. You say, well, that's just action. That is tied to your intimate relationship. Man, I mean, you can go read it sometime. I think I got it down, or some of the things down here, but physiologically, psychologically, I challenge you, go look up and see what happens in your body, in your mind, in your thinking, even in your hormones when you kiss.
Wow.
You ever read all those?
No, I have not. I've
It's
probably
crazy.
picked it up somewhere along the way that there's some benefits, but again, I would always go back. All right, what does God say about it?
Right.
You know, is that something that's encouraged in the Bible? And again, we can naturally say the intimate relationship is
Aren't
encouraged.
you excited about that?
Yeah.
Can I
am
read
excited.
it to you?
Yeah.
Song of Solomon, chapter 1, right out of the gate, beginning of the book, verse 2. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is better than wine. She said, come kiss me.
Okay. You know, the reality is again, that's my point. If it's encouraged in the scripture, we see those examples.
Yes.
Then why would we not embrace that as not only a physical act, but also a spiritual act?
Good question, Pastor. Yeah.
I mean, it is in reality.
Yes.
But again, it's that we struggle marrying the two, just like we do with sex. You can't marry the spiritual with the sexual, when in reality, you know, God created this, and he created this relationship. And when we leave him out, and when we leave what he's put in our lives, what he's put in place, we leave out so much.
You know, one of my favorite stories always has been with Jacob in the Bible when he kissed Rachel.
What you're talking about, yeah.
And what did he do? He kissed her, and then he
cried. He wept.
Cried. Have you ever cried?
I love that too.
Me?
I think I probably have.
Kiss you until you cry.
But again,
I mean, the power of that.
I love it. It's almost like he just, as you read the story, if you really see it for what it is. It's almost like once he saw her, and he kissed her, it's almost like, oh my. This is the woman that I've waited for, and again, it is
that I've always dreamed of.
Yeah, I would say.
I love it.
But again, I love the story myself because again, I do believe that God allows us to see that kind of love sickness. Yeah, if I can say it that way, that you're that love stricken.
Have you ever noticed that in the scripture? I just love that that God. I mean, he could have just said, you know, Jacob saw Rachel and was just overcome with her beauty.
Where is that? Genesis
29. I think. Yeah. I mean, it could have been said so many different ways in the Bible, I think.
Yeah.
But the way it said, he kissed Rachel and then he wept. I mean, he just cried. I mean, I love that. That's so incredible. But I mean, in the Song of Solomon, even there, I mean, kissing, it was passionate.
Yeah.
It was a physical expression of love between two lovers. So if it's there in the Bible and it's a physical expression between people who are in love, who love each other, who are in relationship, then can we not take that into our relationship? Yeah. And make sure that that's something that.
Yeah, and it should be. And again, I love this. I love this thought that you've brought out of Gone with the Wind. Tell us, Rhett
Y'all
Butler.
know who Rhett is now, don't you? Okay. I love this. There's a point where he pulls his lover in his arms. Old classic, yeah. And he says, you should be kissed, and often by someone who knows how. By someone who really knows
that's the way I feel about
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows how to kiss you passionately. That's what I'm saying. A passionate kiss, an erotic kiss, not just a peck on the cheek. I mean, Rhett's not saying that, you know, you should be kissed by somebody who knows how, just like, and go and peck her on the cheek. Don't think that's what he had in mind.
Yeah. And again, that stat that you said earlier that, you know, that couples rarely, that, you know, once a week, what was it? 1 in 5 report that.
Yeah, they're not kissing for like a week at the time. And then when they do, it's just like less than 5 seconds. Just a quick kiss.
But again, I get that. I understand
Oh,
that.
I do too.
I see where
we've gone
time where we
Yes.
think, and then I kiss you, and I think, when's the last time I kissed you like that? And
Mm-hmm.
the fact, you remember, I had that strep throat for several weeks.
Strep throat. Strep. Yes. I mean, he had it like forever. And I'm sorry, I love the man, but don't come kissing on me if you got strep throat.
Yeah,
I'd be
but missing that part of our
yes.
relationship, we noted it several times.
Mm-hmm.
How
you would say, I wish I could kiss you.
I want to kiss you,
Yes.
and I wanted to kiss you, and again, maybe that absence, made the heart grow.
Maybe
fonder.
so.
But I'm just saying that there is that place that we realize that we want to encourage you as couples out there, married couples out there, even if you're warming up to getting married.
That's right.
A kiss. Now, again, be
love
careful.
It. Maybe
if you're not married out there, I'd say be careful in kissing.
That's right, because go read what all can happen in your body and in your hormones when you start kissing. There are all kind of things released right there, so be careful. But
yeah,
I forgot what I was going to say before that. What were we saying? Okay, well, let's throw
just encouraging couples.
Yeah, just encouraging you to kiss. I don't know what my other point was, but anyway, liven it up. I mean, bring back the kiss. I know what I was going to say. If you haven't been kissed if you haven't been kissing, man, when you get home from work today or from, whatever you're doing, you just need to walk in and lay a passionate kiss on them. They might be like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Brush your teeth. Do brush your teeth before you go kiss.
You can or get a good piece of gum, right?
Yes. But, I mean, bring back the kiss. Think about this. Great times. Look, greet each other with a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be the holy kiss on the cheek, but, I mean, just greet each other that way. What about when you leave each other? I said it a little bit ago. Usually when we leave each other, it's a hug and a kiss. Yeah, when you're parting, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that a good idea?
Oh, you better believe it. Kissing should be part of our intimate expression.
Yeah.
It should be a part of our sexual relationship.
That's right.
I literally have dealt with couples who have told me, we have sex, but we don't kiss anymore. And again, that's where I'm saying that you fall short of what could be or can be.
Right. And in reading and, doing some study about kissing, I told you'll have to go read all the things. We don't have time for it, the physiological, the psychological, but women especially feel more connected when there's kissing going on.
No, I think the studies may show that, but men do as well. I would say that men,
too.
I mean, they do. And again, if there's not something happening there, if it's not something that is regular, then again, I just encourage you to at least be intentional.
Practice, right?
Yeah, practice it.
Yeah. Listen to this too. And we say this a lot, just in your intimate relationship, even when you don't feel like it, or maybe you don't want to, kiss anyway. You say, well, that's fake. No, you need to kiss anyway. Because another quote by Clark that wrote the book
is this
on
a
kissing.
book?
Yeah, it is a book.
Okay.
Kiss me like you mean it.
I will.
Okay. Another quote, listen to this. He says, kiss anyway. Kiss always. You must engage, in romantic behavior first, and then your feelings of passion, deeper and more intimate, will follow. And
Wow.
we've said that over and over. I mean, he probably got paid a lot of money for putting out the book. We've been saying that a long time.
Should have put it in a book.
We need to put it in a book. But what we're saying is the behavior, start acting on that. And sometimes you just got to start acting and wait on those feelings to follow. You may kiss and think.
But again, in principle, that's true about so many things. Yeah, if you'll act, then the results will follow.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's something that again, I think that it's that old word that we use all the time. It's something that we just have to be intentional with.
Yeah.
And there are times when you maybe don't feel like it, you're not in the mood or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the other thing. Isn't it an act of affection? Is it?
Yeah.
Can it be even non-sexual? non-sexual kind of affection. We think it can be. And again, we think it should be.
Like, I'm scared to kiss.
Yeah.
Things might get crazy up in here.
Yeah. And if they do, then fine,
okay.
right? If you're married, that's okay. But again, it's something that we need to make sure. Look, we always try to encourage married couples. Look, let other couples look at your relationship and say, man, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
You know, the married age keeps getting older and older as far as men and women. They get older and older as far as married. I think it's because they don't see anything in marriage that really excites or attracts them.
Yeah.
And it's not that we need all these PDAs, these public displays of affection, but what would it be? What would it do to the world we live in if we, as followers of Jesus, were madly, passionately in love with our wives and our husbands? And I think it changes the tide. I think it turns the tide.
I agree with that.
And again, I think that people look for that if they could just see the example that God intended for you to live out.
Yeah, that's good. So practice your kissing. That's your homework before next Home Matters podcast. What about that?
All right.
I was talking to them.
You talking to us.
Practice.
Always remember, your marriage, your family, your kids, all of that. Man, God's so interested in. Always has his plan work. It works.
He does.
And encourage you to jump in there and follow.
We love you so much. Thank you for listening.
Part of the plan today is kissing, lots of kissing. So
That's right.
kiss. And we'll see you next time.
Your
Always
home
remember,
matters.
your home matters. Bye-bye.